Have you ever been sitting in traffic on the way to work, dreaming of the day you can sell it all and move to the country? Well, there are a few things about that you should absolutely consider before you start planning your escape to your acreage. Hi, if we haven't already met, I'm Betty. If we have, hey, I'm glad you're back. Amazing husband and I moved to our 5 acres of trees and weeds 6 years ago. We absolutely love it here. It's quiet, peaceful, and private. But we're both going to be 60 a lot sooner than we wish. Like, I'm less than 6 months away. I'm already retired, and Amazing Husband is planning to be done with full-time work in just a few more years. We didn't think about that at all when we decided to buy a place in the country. And living out here definitely presents challenges. These challenges are amplified when you add in the physical, mental, and lifestyle changes that come as we age into and through retirement. One of the best things about living out here is the peace and quiet that only comes maybe miles from town. But that's also a downside. Luckily right now it's manageable. We always keep at least a quarter tank of gas in the cars. We grocery shop in bulk. We do multiple errands on every trip to town, etc. But the changes that come with aging are already changing how manageable that distance is. I'm 59. I already can't drive safely at night. Genetics got me there. All of my errands have to be done after the sun rises and before the sun sets. I'll only get behind the wheel at night in an absolute emergency. And I'm going to be driving pretty slow. The closest hospital and our primary care doctors are 30 minutes away. Specialists, 40 to 50 miles one way. And request time for an ambulance could be up to 30 minutes. That's all okay for now. We're still healthy. It's really only in an emergency situation that any of this matters. But as we all know, as we get older, we end up having to see our doctors more and more often. I mean, my parents are in their 80s, and I swear, it's like once a week for them. Same with Amazing Husband's parents. Luckily, his mom can still drive, where my parents, they both gave up their driver's license last year. Every appointment requires getting a ride. Well, living out here, when we get to that point, it's going to be really difficult to find people willing and able to take us places. And there is no senior transportation or any kind of public transportation out here. And grocery delivery services, those don't exist either. Getting to places as we age is a big thing, but there's also the fact that with time, our ability to even get around our property is likely to decrease. We purposely bought a single-story home thinking, age in place, but our outbuilding has a sketchy set of steps down to it. Scary enough after a single cocktail, downright dangerous for someone with any kind of mobility issues. All of this is just going to make it way more difficult to handle any kind of emergency situation. Moving, starting the generator when the power goes out, evacuating as fast as possible at night in case of a wildfire. And to be honest, maintaining a piece of property is a lot of work. Way more than just a house on a lot. And it's never ending. Outbuildings to maintain and repair. Trees to be trimmed. Wood to be chopped. Acres of weeds to be whacked. Drainage to keep clear. Gates to fix. The list goes on. And that's if you don't have chickens or other livestock. Those add a whole nother level to it. While a lot of it is enjoyable, as the years pass, our bodies aren't going to allow us to be doing it at the same rate. Certainly not at the pace it needs to be done to keep it up. And should illness, disability, or worse yet, the death of a partner mean that the workload has to be shifted to one person, it's going to become even more challenging or even impossible. And what about our time? The time spent doing all these chores could be spent having fun. I mean, we can pay people to do these things, but that spends money that could also be used for having fun. Traveling, hobbies. And finding people to do those things for us can be really hard out here in a rural area. When there aren't many tradespeople around, those who are good at what they do tend to be really backed up. And those that are available quickly sometimes aren't the ones you want working on your property. Now that we've realized just how much aging is going to affect our ability to safely live out here, we've had to accept that this can't be our forever home. We're going to enjoy it for as long as we can, and when we finally do have to move closer to services, we're just going to be happy that we got to live here for as long as we get to. So there are definitely good reasons to choose rural property to retire to, and I would highly encourage anybody who has the dream and the financial ability to do it, just go for it. It's wonderful. But you need to be aware of and plan for the challenges that getting older is going to present. And you also need to understand that your time in your dream place is probably going to be limited. So, do you live on property now, or do you have the dream? Have you planned for what you're going to do about aging while you live there? Let me know in the comments. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again soon.